Hey class, what's your favorite holiday?
April Fools.
April Fools? I added in April Fools since that's the day I was born. I don't know why they don't make kids stay home on that day, but since this is my first story, I decided to make it about Halloween since, you know, it's coming and stuff like that. Also, I'm not sure if this video will exactly come out on Halloween or a later date since I'm kind of new to this animated story time jazz. Story time! So my most memorable Halloween experience was when I was 9. There was this event in my hometown in Arizona called Trunk or Treat. There were many events in there, but the funnest one was the jumping castle race. It was challenging for sure, but I managed to come in third after some bedsheet ghosts and a hot dog. Yeah, I'm ashamed. But I'm pretty sure the hot dog was cheating somehow because his speed was impossible to match. He was like the human form of Sonic. Also, he pushed my brother back when we came to the latter part, and yeah, that was pretty hilarious. But there's another event called the Cakewalk. I'm sure most of you know what a cakewalk is, but if you don't, it's basically like musical chairs, but every chair has a number. So if your number gets called, you get a free cake. I won so many cakes that night that my mom gave them away to complete and random strangers. That wasn't all I remember from my Halloween experiences. Last year, I got assigned a paper for honors English a month before October, and it was due on November 1st. But being the sneaky little procrastinator I am, I decided to delay it until the night before it was due. And that was on Halloween night. And boy, oh boy, did I regret that. Instead of going trick-or-treat, which I could have done, I forced myself to stay inside and finish my essay, which needed to be 3 pages long on a book I sat through during the whole time the class was reading it. I still remember the book. It was The Cosmos by Carl Sagan, and I am the type of person who would sleep anywhere at any time if something does not interest me. Going back to the topic of Halloween, while I wrote the essay, I thought to myself, hey, instead of risking knocking on 20 people's doors just to get candy full of razor blades, how about you go just buy it yourself? So I got up, proud of my idea, slammed the door open, and dashed to my corner store since I saw a clown there, and they were pretty big. They were a pretty big thing last year. I got to the store, bought myself Sprite, Skittles, and Sour Patch, and enjoyed my walk back home. Then suddenly some clown ninjas attacked me, robbed me for my candy, my drink, and my purse, and took off like nothing happened. I'm just kidding about that last part, but I just went home, finished the essay. I also got an A on it, which pretty much surprised me since I procrastinated on it. And that A made me the proudest I've ever been. I felt unstoppable, like if I procrastinated more, maybe I can have straight A's, but later in that year I learned not to procrastinate. But do I still procrastinate? Yes. So the lesson to be taught here is to procrastinate up to a degree. I hope you guys enjoyed my first story on this channel, and if you would like more, I wouldn't mind if you left a sub and a like, but I have to go now since my door is creaking for some reason. Okay, before this video actually ends, shout out to Lyzorah for making the hair for my character. I don't think she knows it, but I just used the hair that she made for me like a while back. I think it was last year. And also, I'm not going to be using this kind of animation style for long. I'm going to be soon turning to like full animation instead of just animatics.